Solve the following for 4 marks. Our first step is we need to eliminate the square root on the left-hand side of the equation. Well, we know the opposite of square root is to square. Hence, I must square the left-hand side and the right-hand side to keep my equation balanced. On the left-hand side, the square root and square will cancel. Hence, I'm just left whatever's inside the root. In this case, I've got 2x squared plus 3x minus 10. And on the right-hand side, I've now got equal to x squared. I can now see I've got a quadratic in terms of x. I always want my quadratic to equal to 0. Hence, my next step is to move the positive x squared on the right-hand side across the left. If you move a term over an equal sign, it changes sign. So the opposite of add x squared is subtract x squared from both sides. On the left-hand side, the 2x squared subtract x squared, that will leave us with single x squared. I've still got plus 3x, and I've still got negative 10. And on the right-hand side, the x squared subtract x squared will cancel, hence I'm left with 0. As I've now got a quadratic equal to 0, I'm going to try factorising. As I've got 3 terms, a quadratic in terms of x, I'm going to try factorising to what's commonly referred to as double brackets. As my quadratic starts x squared, therefore I know each bracket will start with a single x. My rule is I need to find 2 numbers that multiply together to give us what's called a number term. And the same 2 numbers must still add to give us a number in front of the single letter. The only way to get a negative when multiplying is to have 1 plus and 1 minus. Listing out the factors of 10, we are 1 and 10 and 2 and 5. As need to add to give us positive 3 in this case, we know it must be plus 5 and minus 2. As we're solving, we now place each single bracket equal to 0. As I want to get x by itself, I know the opposite add 5 is subtract 5 from both sides. On the left-hand side, positive 5 subtract 5 will cancel, don't leave us with positive x. And the right-hand side, 0 subtract 5 gives negative 5. As I want to get x by itself, I know the opposite of minus 2, therefore is to add 2. So I must add 2 to both sides to keep my equation balanced. I know negative 2 add 2 will cancel, don't leave us with x. And 0 add 2 gives us 2. Hence, my 2 solutions are x equals negative 5 and x equals positive 2.